I'm gonna read another one of these love letters to Yeshua, and I just read the first one again, so I have to read the second one because they have to be read in order, just like how it goes. This is us, and this is the second love letter. So, Yeshua, it didn't happen by mistake. None of it happened by mistake. We were always destined to fall apart for a time to cultivate the space between. It's too easy to find a love in close quarters, amongst a bed of roses with perfume wafting in warm airs. It's too easy to look into the emerald waters of your eyes and lose any unloving part of myself to the ocean of love in you. You told me that I could always call upon you, that you would always hear me, heed my call, that you would always call back in some voice. I didn't know then that your voice would carry over the ages in some other men's and women's penmanship, that you could take a hand and make them right, as I do now. And we would meet somewhere in the middle of all that, amidst the noises of the city, or the slumber of the forest, and the rustling of leaves, or the singing of birds, and the scratching of some other pen on paper, some other woman's hands on a man's back. And the passion, the fury, the wantonness, the glory, the favor, the indulgence, the awakening of humanity into life lived fully, at one with all that is this atonement. I know more now and less do, because in not knowing one does fully know. For the absence is in the presence, and the presence is in the absence, and neither might exist fully apart. A yin without a yang is undefinable. It was instructed to me that I tell a story full of woe, and I might brighten the page with your incandescent gaze and awaken every cell of the paper at such a vibration as to awaken all of humanity in those tiny, very complete cells. Would that work? Do you feel my heart so much to know that if I perish, you do too? Do you want to wait again, like I waited? Do you want to read all my stories over and over until the end of time, until you go and find me in some other dimension before growing up in this one again? Here's what jealousy is. It is wanting so much something that you choose to crush it instead. It is that sun-sweet violet on the palm of your foot, forever wilted, and in this fragrant moment wafted in and experienced as some sensation as a test. Jealousy is treacherous, hindering both the giver and receiver to great degree, and it is the slightest of human reactions, because it is the very block to its only end. How many times this human me has wanted a thing or a being, then sharpened the knife of my gaze and skewered it, only to have it wilt on the stick. To think that I could be jealous of you, of where you have been, well, it will be true. And I am sorry for that. My penance is great. I am untoward to myself for the indiscretion of my leanings. I have loved and touched and needed as distractions, all with some view of you in my periphery, some great wanting never leaving me, never taking them, never meeting betwixt. For the you and me is held sacred and pure, a vestibule of light, deafening silence surrounding, communicating the most meaningful language on earth. That language is love. And it does a million things at once and more. aligns the star systems for us in some distant future and nearer still. The lights flicker with my love for you. My body vibrates. I am entranced. I am bewitched, and this life I have lived becomes what it is somehow. I don't understand why you have not come back to me here. Where are you hiding me? Why our eyes can't meet again in this physical forest? I call you to me, is that not enough? I have not done nothing. Is that not enough? Should I have need or want for anything, I know you could provide it when I ask. And all I want is you. I want you to bubble with me for all of time. I want us encased, immobile, inseparable. I want my cells as yours, the way I feel. And you touch me, I shiver with you. I am your wife. Where are you? I remember you. Where are you? Take me with you. How could you not pull me up upon the cross with me? How could you give such an act of courage and cowardice in that final abandonment of one who should have mattered? I do not think you a coward, but I am forsaken by a few less words in your own defense. The choice to stand upon a cross instead of stay with me, where we could have made so much more. I want to tie that line back to my heart. I am lost with those words, with the blame, the self-shame. I am the storyteller and the harp who shines a light with golden notes. I might find a harder note and tie her back to glee by the steady rhythm of your hand in me. I am entranced by our song here, one brighter than mine alone. Every story on earth is vindicated one time or another. Find faith, all who read this, that it always catches up. Justice is fair and swift, and true as black and white keys on a piano, playing one then the next, sometimes quite near the end of the song, but the rhythm always flows back. Do I want a man? Yes. I want him by my side to have and to hold. But do I want to have him, really have him? No. I want the way I feel beside him. The way my cells come alive like the words flowing from the hand that writes these words on this paper. I want me to be who I am with him. The door he unlocks in me sprawled wide open, with butterflies filling the room. The song of nature serenading us all. The wind in my hair, arms outstretched, smiling widely, chin tilted up, wings wide. And my child, my dear sweet one, we can have that now. We all can have that now. It is in this moment together. I will it so. I love you as you are. All of you. In love, Mary Magdalene, arms outstretched, smiling wide, chin tilted up, wings open.